Hi guys. I figured I'd post a little bit of an answer key to the Regents review that I assigned you guys. You did a great job on this, most of you. Really good effort. I hope that some of the questions were easy for you to understand. Renee, I know you got a 5 out of 5. That's fantastic. I figured, though, if I can go through these questions with you the day after they're due, hopefully you're still engaged enough to hopefully listen to my instruction and learn. Learn from your mistakes, learn from what you may have gotten right, what you've gotten wrong, and that's how we're kind of work this. Now, I realize that this is also kind of all new for us. At this point in the school year, we don't know about the Regents exams. We don't know if they're going to happen or not. But until we're told otherwise, we're going to plan for them happening. We're going to prep just as if we were taking the test in June. And I think that reviewing questions and curriculum we've already covered is the best way to utilize our time right now. So going forward, we should get used to doing these types of things. Google Forms, Khan Academy assignments, and hopefully learning from what we are doing right and what we're doing wrong. So here was this first assignment I gave you guys. There was a total of, I believe, 5 questions. Yep. We'll go through all 5 of them, and we'll start with question 1. Now, question 1 was an evaluating question where we evaluate the linear function. And in this case, we're evaluating the function f of x equals 4x plus 5 when the value of x is negative 3. Now, I go ahead and do these questions all the same. I set up the problem as if I'm rewriting my function first. Okay, and that's the function that we're talking about here, f of x. Then I want to take what I'm evaluating the function for and rewrite that with the value of negative 3 in this case in place of the x. So it's almost like I'm just substituting the value in. So I'll substitute a negative 3 in place of x. And now I have to actually calculate. Now, Bree, we can always type that right into our calculator. Okay, and I know you have yours at home. It's an easy problem once you have your calculator. I'll do it all by hand for you guys. 4 times negative 3 is negative 12 plus 5. And negative 12 plus 5 happens to be negative 7. Choice number 2. All right, so there's question 1. Question 2. Same type of problem where we have a function that we need to evaluate for a specific value. In this case, the function is called g of x. And it's given by negative 2x squared plus 3x. And we want to now evaluate it for when x is equal to negative 3. Therefore, I'll substitute a negative 3 in place of x. And then I'll calculate. Again, at this stage, you can use your calculator. I'll do it all by hand. So when I substitute negative 3 in, I know I have to do my exponents first according to order of operations, where I take care of parentheses, exponents, then I multiply, divide, add, and subtract, PEMDAS. Therefore, negative 3 times negative 3, or negative 3 squared, is 9, plus 3 times negative 3. And now I can multiply. Negative 2 times 9 is negative 18, plus 3 times negative 3 is negative 9. And now perhaps I'll just rewrite it as negative 18 minus 9, which is the same as adding a negative. And I get my final answer of negative 27. Choice 1. All right. So my last step there was subtracting. Moving on to question 3. I have another function, g of x, and this I did not give you as a multiple choice question, but rather just a short response. You were to evaluate the function g of x, which is given by negative 4x squared minus 3x plus 2, and we want to know what the value of the function is when x is equal to negative 2. So I'll substitute. Again, according to order of operations, inside my parentheses, I'll do my exponents, which gives me 4 times negative 2 times negative 2 is a positive 4, minus 3 times negative 2 plus 2. I can now multiply. Negative 16. Negative 3 times negative 2 gives me a positive 6. And then I'll add 2. Negative 16 plus 6 plus 2 gives me a total of negative 8. My final answer. If you need to pause the video at any point just to look at my work, feel free to. And I'm kind of just going to move on question by question. Question 4 says evaluate the expression. Now, we used to do these in the beginning of the school year, probably around October, November, where we were given values for different variables, in this case, x and y, and asked them to substitute in to an actual expression with x and y in it. Now, for this, I like to use parentheses as I substitute numbers in. And there we go. So again, I've substituted all my y's and all my x's in the appropriate spots. And now I can go ahead and try to calculate. Now, as you know, you can use your calculator once you get to this step, or you could do it by hand. I'll do everything inside of my parentheses first, starting with exponents. 2 squared, is 4, minus 3 times 2 times negative 3, minus 2 times 3 squared, negative 3 squared rather, is 9. Then I continue to do 8 minus, 3 times 2 is 6, times negative 3. 6 times negative 3 is negative 18. And I see there is a negative and a negative sign, or a subtraction sign with a negative sign. So I will have to change that to 2 plus signs. And then negative 2 times 9 is negative 18. Well, I have an 18 minus an 18, which gives me a 0. I'll cancel them out. And I'm just left with 8 as my final answer. Choice 3. Question 5 says, what is the value of the expression negative 3x squared y plus 4x when x is equal to negative 4, y is equal to 2? So, again, you'll just substitute numbers in here. Negative 3 times x, which is negative 4 in this case, squared, times y, which is 2, plus 4 times x, which is negative 4. I'm recording this video, and my fiance is talking upstairs. I hope you can't hear her. But if you do, I apologize. So moving on, I'll do what's inside of my parentheses first. Negative 3 times, negative 4 squared is 16 times 2 plus 4 times negative 4, ultimately giving me something I can put in my calculator. 16 times 2 happens to be 32. And 32 multiplied by negative 3 gives me negative 96. Then to that, I'm going to add a negative 16. 4 times negative 4. Now, negative 96 minus 16 is really the problem I have right here. And when I do that, I should get an answer of negative 112. All right, and that's it. I hope this was informative for you guys. I hope you learned from it. And I'll continue to post these as we turn in these assignments. All right, so my next video post for these types of assignments will be on Friday. All right, if you have any questions, please feel free to email me, comment on the video, like the video, whatever you want to do. Okay, until next time.